Hello everyone, and this is BioPhoenix here, and today we're going to be doing another video, and this is a tagged video, because I got tagged by Floops900. He has done a video called 5 random PS2 games that you want to be remastered onto the PS4, whether it be digitally on PSN, or it could be a physical copy. Whatever the case is, it's definitely a really good idea for a topic. Even though I have done a video response similar to this, but it was from Xander's video, and it was on, like, remastering games in general. But this one is more about 5 random games on PS2, and yeah, definitely some really good stuff here, and of course, I decided to bring out like some of my own rules into this one, where I wanted to bring in, just talk about games that I actually already own, and the ones I would like to see. And of course, the other thing is that because I have done a video similar to this before, I'm not going to mention the PS2 games that I mentioned in that one, because I mentioned games like the Dot Hack games, I also mentioned Growlancer series, and I even mentioned one of my all-time favorites, and that's the Shadow Hearts games. So, I'm not going to mention them in here, unfortunately, because, I already mentioned them before, and of course I still want those to be remastered at some point in time, but yeah, anyways, so now let's begin our 5 list, and of course this is not in any order, it's just all random. So, anyways, let's begin. So the first PS2 game that I got right here is a game that I haven't played in a long time. In fact, it's actually a series of games that's actually really good, and that's Tenchu, but this is the only one I have on PS2, which is Wrath of Heaven. And yeah, this is actually a pretty awesome stealth action game. It's actually very similar to the Thief games, but instead of being in medieval, it's more of like in a ninja setting, which, makes sense. But yeah, this is actually a pretty awesome series. They haven't made one in quite some time. I believe the last one they made was on the Wii, or it was on the 360. I really can't really remember right now. And like I said, I haven't played this one in a while, but I do remember this one being very enjoyable, and just having any of them onto the PS4's PSN would be great, or having it all on like a physical copy in a big box collection thing, that would be awesome too. But either way, I'd be pretty happy to see this one make a comeback at some point, because, well, I definitely missed the hell out of these games. So the next game that we got here is Steambot Chronicles. Now, I haven't played a whole hell of a lot of this game, because this game is, like, pretty fucking massive, considering it is, like, an open-world RPG, and it's actually pretty awesome from what I played of it, where basically you have, like, this guy and this, like, singing chick, and you get, like, travel around in a mech, and you can, like, add on, like, different things to it. It's actually pretty sweet. Though, the only issue I do have with the game, at least from what I've noticed, is that it does have a lot of load times, which do feel like they take forever, but I'm sure if this game did get a remaster, that would probably be fixed. And of course, I really like the art style to it. It's very, like, cel-shaded, which is really awesome. And yeah, it's actually a very impressive PS2 game that was developed by Ireme. In fact, I don't think they're around anymore, but this was actually, like, one of the few, like, last games that they've developed before they, I don't, like I said, I can't remember if they're around or not, but I know for a fact that they're not making a whole hell of a lot of games. In fact, this game was supposed to get a sequel, but it, like, never happened, unfortunately. But if it was possible to get this to be remastered on PS4, that would be fucking great, because unfortunately this game is kind of hard to come by, and it is also going up in price, so of course if it was, like, on PS4's PSN, it would make things a lot more easier for more people to play it. But yeah, it's actually a really enjoyable game from what I played. I just wish I played more of it, because, like I said, it's really fucking huge. Now, the next one here is a horror game, and of course, because it is October, I think I might as well show off at least one horror game I think that should be remastered, and that is Clock Tower 3. Well, personally, I think, like, any Clock Tower game getting remastered would make me happy, but, because it is a PS2 video, I might as well talk about this one. And yes, I still think this is a really enjoyable game. I know a lot of people say this one isn't as good because, it doesn't have the whole point-and-click aspect of it, but I don't know, it doesn't bother me. I still think it does play very well for a third-person, like, survival horror. Well, anyways, it's a great series, and this is definitely a pretty good entry that I do enjoy, and of course the music in it is, like, fucking, like, awesome, and I love it, and of course it's very creepy, especially that, I can't remember what the song is called, but I remember you hear it, like, when you go back to the main house, and it's, like, very piano-like. It's very creepy, and it's, like, yeah, it made me, like, shit my pants the first time I heard it, but yeah, anyway, so having this, like, onto, like, PS4's PSN would be pretty great. And of course, because it is a very I wouldn't say it's super obscure, because I mean it does have a cult following and all, but I would say it's not like as high up there as, something like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, or not even like Fatal Frame or anything like that. But it definitely was a very interesting survival horror series. I think that definitely should need a comeback at some point in time. Although I do remember hearing that there was supposed to be a spiritual successor, but I haven't really heard anything about that, and that was like 3 years ago, so who knows if that's even still a thing, but hopefully it is, and I don't know, maybe it might get announced sometime soon, but you never know. But either way though, I still think this should be a great one to have onto PS4's PSN at some point. Alright, so this next PS2 game is a Squaresoft game, and believe it or not, it's actually not an RPG, and that happens to be The Bouncer. Now, it does have RPG elements, but it's not like a Final Fantasy game or anything like that. It's actually more of a 3D beat-em-up, and you go through the story, and then there's interactive cutscenes, and then of course it also has multiplayer, which is a hell lot of fun, so I really enjoyed that a hell lot. And of course, one other thing that I really liked about this game is that it actually has like ragdoll physics, so whenever you get like knocked over, or whenever like you knock down like certain enemies, like they go like ragdoll, which is hilarious. I always like that when games have that there. But yeah, this is definitely one of those like one-time only Squaresoft games that they made, and they kind of just forgot about it. Of course, the only thing that they reused with this game is that the guy looks pretty much exactly like fucking Sora from the Kingdom Hearts there, but this guy's name is Scion or Sinon or something. I forget. It's been a while since I played it. In fact, I've actually done a review on it, but I haven't watched my review on it in a while, but I can't imagine it being very great. But either way, though, I still think this is a really good game, and it should definitely get a remaster at some point, or even a sequel, or spiritual successor, whatever the case is. I just think it's a really fun beat-em-up that they kind of just forgot about. So now, as for the last game that I'm going to be mentioning here, it's a game that I did a review on. In fact, I haven't talked about this game in quite some time, but I figured I might as well talk about it again here, and that is Archon Elico 1. Now yes, this is my favorite game within the Archon Elico series, and even if they do bring number 2, which is also for PS2, onto PSN, I would still be happy with that, but I'd much prefer this one there, because this one was just so much better in my opinion. But anyways though, so yes, this is a lighthearted turn-based RPG that I used to be like super obsessed with. I mean, I still like it a whole lot there though, but I don't know, I don't like it as much as I used to back then, but I still like it quite a bit, considering I love the setting of the game. The music is like phenomenal. It's actually some of my favorite OSTs of all time. And of course, I just like a lot of the characters. I think they're all have like they're really like good moments, and then they also have like a lot of like funny moments as well. And of course, this game doesn't overly blown on like the fan service stuff, because I know the third game gets a lot of flack for that. But either way, though, I still think this is a really great RPG to have on the PS2. And unfortunately, this game is kind of hard to find now. Like, it's not like outrageously expensive or anything like that, unless you want to get the collector's edition, which I would love to get one day, but oh well, whatever. I'm happy with this anyway, though. But yes, if this game did come out on PS4, I'd be pretty happy with that. So those are 5 random PS2 games that I own that I would love to see get remastered on the PS4, and like I said, I could have just picked like any like PS2 game I wanted there, but I just wanted to keep it short by doing my own, and even then, it was still really hard to do because the PS2 was just such a fucking awesome system. So anyways, I gotta thank Floops900 for coming up with this like whole tagged idea. So now, as for the 3 people that I'm going to be tagging in this video, so the first one I'm going to be tagging is Tayson Spot, and then the second one I'm going to be tagging is Dragoon Laggy, and then lastly I'm going to be tagging Awesome Stuff HD. I think these are all 3 really great channels. I think you should definitely go check them out, and of course don't forget to check out Floops900's channel as well. So anyways, like I said, do those videos whenever you feel like doing them, or you don't have to. That's totally up to you, but either way though, I think you guys will definitely get a kick out of this. So anyways, so with that being said, thanks for watching and commenting, and have yourselves a great day.